Oh, hey guys, Dave here. Just walking through the door of an average typical American household somewhere in America. You know, that was the doorbell that we just heard, but you know what? To me, what I just heard was the sound of money, and a lot of it. If you want to make a six-figure income and you want to do it right where you live, right in your neighborhood, and you haven't found the opportunity, well, this might be for you. I have spent almost 20 years using these simple picture cards and a card just like this to create millions of dollars in sales. And for the first time, I'm going to give you a chance to get involved with this and to work for yourself, to own your own company, and better your family and your life. So here we are, just taking a trip to the store. Look at these houses out here. Wouldn't you love to be able to go ask these people for $70 and put it in your pocket? That's what's so great about this business. Now these are interesting. This is a group of townhomes where I actually came in here and I made over $600 in 45 minutes. 10 of these neighbors, almost anyone that answered the door, got one of these cards. And what's great is my client actually got 10 brand new customers. When's the last time that you made $600 in 45 minutes? Hey, even if it took you an hour and a half to get those 10 people. So here's another typical neighborhood in one of the cities, one of the promotions that I've done. Wouldn't you love to go into a neighborhood like this and have a reason to go up to these doors and ask these people to get their checkbooks out and give you $70? They'll give you cash, check, credit cards. It's incredible. This business rocks. Well, here's another neighborhood, kind of more spread out. You might live out in the country and think, well, you can't do a promotion like this. Matter of fact, sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the sales are better in neighborhoods like this where you have to drive your car around. This is what I call drive turf. Hey, thanks for coming to check out my video. I'm going to guess that if you've clicked on my link, maybe there was an ad on Backpage or Craigslist or something like that, and it stated you could own your own marketing company for a small investment, and you're kind of scratching your head like, what's it all about? I am interested in owning my own marketing company, but I need more information. Well, that's what I'm going to do in the next 15 to 20 minutes, might even be 25 minutes. So just sit down and relax. My name's Dave, and I've been doing something very unusual for 20 years. Unusual in the sense that to you it might be unusual. To me and the guys that work in my sales team, it's quite normal actually. We're actually professional door-to-door solicitors. We're door-to-door salesmen, if you can believe that. And what I was thinking was that there's probably a lot of people out in America that need to make more money, that are frustrated with their current job. They have a boss that's just, crazy, just not really feeling motivated, or that they found their right niche. Well, that's what I'm hoping to actually change for a select number of people. Not everyone. You might be watching this, and this might not be for you, but there is going to be a percentage of people that this will apply to. This board, by the way, behind me, right now it's blank, but it is going to actually be very, very important later on in the video. So keep your eye on this blank board, which ultimately is going to change. And one thing I want you to think about, go back to the ad that I put out. Now granted, you might have seen the YouTube video heading for door-to-door sales, so you might have clicked on this because of that, because I am going to post this on YouTube as kind of a focal point. So you might not have actually been drawn in for owning your own marketing company, but either way, just take the information in. So what I want you to think about when it comes to owning your own company is a couple different things. Here's number one. Number one, you have to find something that you enjoy or that you like or that you actually in your brain think that it could be profitable. Now, that being said, number two, how are you going to finance buying a business? This is key. There's a lot of people watching this right now that don't have a lot of money and resources to actually get into their own business. Now, on any given day, take a look on Craigslist. Go to the business section, businesses for sale. Look at a pizza restaurant, a delivery service, an automotive service shop, a boutique, restaurant, anything. And take a look at the amount of money that they're asking you to purchase their business for. Well, usually it's $30,000, $70,000, $250,000, $500,000. Well, do you actually have the means to purchase a business like that? Number one. I'm going to guess a lot of you are scratching your head going, no, I would love to, but I can't. So, okay, if you don't have the money, then you could go to the bank, right? Well, when's the last time you went to the bank, walked in and asked for $90,000 for a pizza restaurant, or $150,000 or $250,000? The point is, it's hard to get a loan. It's hard to buy business when you don't have, that kind of money. So that's where I come in. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's say that you don't have that kind of money. You don't have, these big amounts of money, but you do have somewhere between, let's say $800 to $4,000, somewhere in that range. I won't tell you exactly how much you need because you're going to have to go check out my website. But let's just say that it's somewhere in that ballpark. I'll give you a range. And here's the thing. Let's say that you're motivated, you're a hardworking individual, and you want to be your own boss, and you do think that you can do sales. Well, if you think you can do sales, and you think that you have the gift of gab, like I do, and if you think that you could see yourself in an ownership position, as well as management and training people and whatnot, well, then this might be for you. Okay, so let's get on to what I do. I make a lot of money, and I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm an expert in my field. I really am. It's a niche market. Have you ever had someone come knock on your door selling something, whether it be a pizza card or, let's say, an automotive service card for a local oil change place in the neighborhood? Well, if you have, then you're going to already be halfway there to where I'm kind of going with things. But if you haven't, here's kind of how it works. Now, keep in mind in this video, I'm not making this video to train you how to do what it is that I do. I'm making this video to get you interested in purchasing your own franchise. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And when I say franchise, I'm going to use that word so you can get your head around it. But here's what's different about what I'm offering you. A franchise is an ongoing fee, and it's very expensive to buy a franchise, okay? And there's no guarantee they're going to work out anyway. So a franchise would be, let's say it's a Subway, and you pay $100,000, you open up a Subway, and then every month you pay a royalty to Subway for using their name, using their bread, using their products, all that. So it's an ongoing relationship where they're constantly taking money from you. I'm not going there. I'm going to offer you this marketing business for a one-time fee. You're not going to pay me anything ever after that. It's a one-time fee, and I'm going to allow you to own your own business royalty-free. So that's a plus. The second thing that's a plus to this business, almost no overhead, almost like zero, okay? See, that's the thing you have to remember as I continue on here with the business, is in your brain, overhead is important and success is dependent on customers. So let's say that you were able to finagle $250,000. Let's go crazy. And let's say you bought a restaurant because that's your dream, and you borrowed money from your relatives and your savings and all that. So now you're in the restaurant, and a year goes by, and all of a sudden people don't like your food, they don't like your service. Another restaurant opens up in town. You don't have enough money to pay your bills. You're not bringing in enough income from the people coming through the door and eating at your restaurant. Well, guess what? You're out of business. Now, what happens when you're out of business? That $250,000 that you invested in that business is gone. The business is gone. The doors are closed. You have creditors over your shoulder. It's crazy, okay? With this business that I'm going to offer you, there's virtually no overhead. It never goes out of business because it's dependent on you being just a good salesperson, and I'll explain that in a little while, but there's virtually no overhead, and there's virtually no risk for you losing your investment, and I'll explain that in a little while. So what we do is this. We are a door-to-door sales company, and here's a picture, okay? That's a picture of a business, one of my clients. This is a card, okay? And this is a pack full of checks, which are people that I've sold the cards to, and these are some flyers that I leave behind. Sounds simple, right? Card, picture, it's a pack, okay? In my hand, this can generate a six-figure income for you You can make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a week off your own personal sales, $5,000 to $10,000, $20,000 per week when you have a group of people doing it with you. And I'm going to explain that shortly, and that's what this board's going to be all about. But the first thing I want you to understand, it's door-to-door sales, okay? It's door-to-door sales, so you got to get your head around that. Door-to-door sales strikes a nerve with people, some good, some bad. Some think of it as a lower form of income making. Some people think it's, bottom of the barrel. And if you think like that, you're probably going to be very not successful in this. Other people understand that door-to-door sales is very profitable, it's very honest, it's reputable, it's ethical. Okay, that being said, now here's the other thing about door-to-door sales. You may have done it in the past and maybe you're frustrated with it, and I'm going to probably tell you why. I'm going to gather there's a good chance, because I have encountered tons of people over the years. Most people that I run into that have done door-to-door sales are doing it for someone else. They're people that would be like people that work for me. Now the difference is me, I pay well. Because I pay well, my guys stay loyal. But if you're doing door-to-door sales for a roofing company or maybe a coupon company like this, or just any type of door-to-door sales, remodeling, that kind of thing, usually the company you're working for is taking the lion's share of the money that you're generating. They're paying you a small fraction in commission to have you go do the dirty work, so to speak. So it can become very frustrating. If you're doing if you're bringing in a $20,000 window job for a remodeling company, and the pay that you're getting on that is, $500 or something crazy like that, some small amount, and you had to go out for a week to get that account, you're going to get very frustrated because they're going to get that lion's share, and behind closed doors, they're laughing all the time because your efforts are making them rich. So with this, you're going to go straight to the top of the line. You're going to now become the owner. You're going to get the lion's share. You're going to get all the money. So all the money is going to go to you. So it's going to totally put a new spin on the way that you think of things. So basically, in a nutshell, again, we're going to get to this board in a minute so you can see the numbers, but I'm just going to kind of explain what it is that we do. We do exclusive promotions for automotive service centers and pizza restaurants. The reason I say exclusive, people ask me all the time on the cards that I briefly just kind of showed in the camera there. People always ask me, well, who gets on the card? Is it Bob's Garage and Andy's Garage and the Goodyear and Tires Plus and all that? It's like, no, it's one per city, one client per city. So we can throw that out of your brain that you get it. It's one per city. It's whoever you sign up. That's the only person you work exclusively with for a year. Now, the next thing is, where does it get done? Well, because you're thinking, well, I live in a town of 400 people, so what am I going to do? I'm going to sign up, the little corner auto service shop, and, how am I going to have work for years to come? Well, good point. Probably you're not. You're going to have to travel a little bit. When I say travel, I don't mean you literally have to move, but you might have to go to a city that's, an hour away, 30 minutes away, 2 hours away. You're going to know your territory better than mine. Typically, 3,000 and above type towns are where we're kind of targeting for these promotions. Sometimes there's towns that are interconnected. You got a town that's 2,000, but there's 4 towns around it, so you actually end up with 8,000 people, that type of thing. So, you're going to have to do this in an area that's, actually has some people, okay? Now, the next thing, what do we sell these cards for? Why is it so profitable? You're probably thinking, oh, he's got this coupon card that's, $10 or $5. It's like, oh, man, really? It's like, they're $70. $70 for the auto service cards. The pizza cards that we sell are $60. And if you think that's a lot of money, we get that money from strangers at the door every single night. The reason being, the reason we're so successful is we're not just going to the door. I'm not going to the door as Dave, okay? I represent my clients. They're part of the community, part of the neighborhood. The pizza restaurant delivers to the door of the house that I'm knocking on. The auto service center that I'm promoting, most people, whether they've been into it or not, have driven by it. They've seen it. So there's a familiarity when you knock on the door. Odds are they're not a current customer. Sometimes they are, and that's great. Oh, you know Bob. But generally it's more, oh, I've seen that place, but I've never been in there. Well, that's why I'm here. Okay, so the point being, the cards are $70. That means every 10 of these is 700 bucks. Every 100 is 7,000 bucks. That goes right into the bank, okay? And I kid you not, it is very cool when you go out and knock on doors. You start at 5 o'clock and it's 8:30 and you got 10 of those checks in your pack, because the neighbors always want to get on the bandwagon, and you run over to the bank and drop $700 in the bank for 3.5 hours work, and then you go over to the mall and go shopping. I'm telling you, this business is so incredibly profitable, and we're going to go through the numbers of just how profitable. But I want you to get excited about the concept. So the concept is, you're going to have to be getting accounts, which I'm going to train you how to do, in your neighborhoods to get the business owners to authorize the cards so that you can actually go out and sell them. Then you're going to have to obviously know how to go out and sell them. And in between there, you're going to have to know some things of how to print the cards and whatnot. Don't worry about that right now. We'll get to that. I know your brain's kind of squirming here. And then beyond that is, and we're going to show you the numbers on the board, is when you get people doing this for you as independent contractors, they're going to go out and do the selling for you. Just like we had talked about before, where the sales reps, the lion's share is going to the owners. Well, you're now going to be the owner getting a good share, but you're going to pay them fair so that they stick with you. You want people to be loyal. So basically, before we get to the board here, let's get up to speed here. I'm going to give you the chance to own your own business, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to allow you, for a fraction of a franchise fee, a fraction of that, your hard work is going to be replaced for money, so to speak. In the sense that if you want to get a franchise for a Subway, like I mentioned, you might need 100,000 bucks or 200,000 bucks. And all you're getting is the name, by the way. You're still going to have to open that business up and build your clientele. With this, for a fraction of the amount of a franchise, you're going to use my training. I'm going to clone you into me. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this from step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, E, F. I am going to 100% train you how to do this. So that being said, let's get to the board and let's go through some of the numbers. Okay, people, now it's time to take a look at the numbers. This is an average, actually like low sales numbers. So let's fast forward. I've sold you your business, you've studied it, you've went out and you got your first account. Congratulations, by the way. So now you have your first auto service center or pizza account. You've got your cards ready to sell. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years and I know what the trends are. So the numbers that I put up here are realistic, they're average, they're pretty typical for what new people that come and work with me do. So let's take a look at the numbers and see, was it worth it for you to become a door-to-door solicitor and start your own company? Okay, here we go. Now, we know the cards are $70 each, okay? So that's what this is based on, $70 cards, okay? So, it's Monday, okay? You get 2 of the cards sold, you're just learning. Tuesday, you get 3. Wednesday is 1, Thursday is 5, Friday is 3, 5 on Saturday, and you get 4 on Sunday. You end up with 23 sales for $280 closing on Sunday, okay? But what's the week? 1,610 bucks. Your first week, right there. Week 2, you get 4 on Monday, 6 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, you take Thursday off, 6 on Friday, you take Saturday off, Sunday you get 6. You end up with 1,750 bucks, right there. It's week 3. Monday you start off kind of slow, you get 2 for 140, 210 on Tuesday for 3 sales. You take Wednesday off, 6 sales on Thursday for 420, 8 sales Friday, 4 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday. You close out that week with 1,960 bucks right there. Last week, this is 4 weeks, okay? 5, you take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, you get a 7 on Saturday and a 6 on Sunday. You end up the month with 1,610 bucks. Here's the number right here. $6,930. You made almost $7,000 for a 4-week total. Adjust that for 25% in discounts. Let's say out all these sales, 25 of the 99 cards, you discount it. You gave $250 in discounts. You made $6,680 your first month. Your business is more than paid for, and you're on your way. You see how the numbers work? Little sales, $70 per card. Little sales add up to almost $7,000 for the month. Now, if this were to double, let's say it's you and your wife working and you get average numbers. Now you're at $13,000 for the month. Now, this is, again, just you. Just you. All right? So, that's why the numbers are crazy here. 2s, 3s, even getting a 1. Now, here's the other thing to remember, too. On this, you're working 3 hours a night. Did you get that? You're working 3 hours a night. 3 hours. You're working 5 to 8. Maybe 4 hours, 4:45 to 8:45. Either way, a lot of people are out there working 8, 10, 12 hours a day. You're over here selling discount cards for $7,000 a month. You're pulling in almost $100,000 just starting. You haven't even hired anyone. You haven't even gotten good at it yet where you get 50 sales a week. I'm telling you, this business rocks, and it's realistic because the numbers don't lie. That's what I deal with all the time, those numbers. Monday through Sunday numbers. How many sales? $70 a card. That's it.
Hi, my name's Lori. My husband just got done explaining to you some of the numbers of how this can work for you. And just so you know, I work along with him in everything, including the bookkeeping, along with the knocking on doors. And just so you know, women, we can do this just as well as the guys, sometimes maybe even a little bit better, although my husband may not admit that. Well, let me just recap for you here. We got one person here, that would be you. You are getting 20 sales a week, all right, at 20 sales. And they're averaging between $50 to $70 a card. We'll just go with $60. Okay, that is going to give you $1,200 a week. Oops, there we go. Okay, at $1,200 a week, that's a decent amount of money to make, and you can live off that. But the way to make the big bucks is to hire some people and have them working for you as independent contractors. Now, this is not multi-level, just make sure of that. Now, what you do, let's just say, for example, you get 5 people working for you, all right? If each of these 5 people that you have working gets 20 sales a week, okay? 20 sales, that is going to be times 5, that'll give you 100 sales every week. Now, each of these people is not going to get the full amount of the card. You will get a cut of that. An example would be that you get $25 per card times 100. That is going to give you $2,500 per week off those 5 people working for you. Okay, now that is a great amount of money as well, but you can expand that and go up to 10. Okay, 10 is a really decent amount of guys working for you, keeping busy. That would give you, if you had 10 guys or gals, that would be $5,000 every week, and that is over $250,000 a year. That's $260,000. And it is a great way to earn some money, have some fun with some of the guys working with you, and they're also making a good amount of money. And one of the nice things about this is when you start hiring more people, you can become more hands-off. You still have the option of going out there knocking doors, making that extra $1,200 a month in addition to what your team is making. So if they're making $2,500 plus your $1,200, that's going to be $3,700 every week. Or if you get up to the 10 guys, then you're going to be $5,000 a week plus that. And the guys kind of like seeing you out there once in a while. It encourages them, and you can kind of show them how it's done a little bit. But either way, your goal is to get to that $250,000 every year, and that can be done by simply hiring 10 guys and yourself working to manage the team. As I said, you can be as much hands-on or hands-off as you want. We have hired team leaders amongst those 10 guys, and you can have different groups in different places, in different cities, depending upon where you live. And I said, this is a great way to work for yourself and not have to be tied down to your daily job.
You know, my favorite thing about doing sales, especially door to door, is that you work whenever you want. You pick your own schedule, you do whatever you want, and you just have fun doing it. And just think. Like, do I want to be a door-to-door salesman? Do I trust this Dave guy? My sales guys trust me. They don't even know this information. It's almost like me divulging all the inside information, the trade secrets, everything to you, because what I realized is rather than being on the road, getting all these areas going, let's just sell these like franchise business in the box models to people all around the country and give them a chance to do it on their own. You will absolutely be astounded with how detailed the information is. And I'll take you on a little tour of it in a minute or so in the video here. You'll see some pages, some glimpses, you get an idea. But again, I'm not going to tell you everything.
So here's a quick look at some of the information that I provide in the Business in a Box. This is the marketing company that you're purchasing. There's no way I can show you all this information. The independent contractor agreement's almost 20 pages, and the Business in a Box handbook in itself is 70 pages. That's 90 pages just for those two forms. This is literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages, audio files, detailed diagrams with pictures, schematics. This is so in-depth. This is just simply to give you a quick glance, an overview of just a small portion of the information. So enjoy. Listen to the music and just watch the quick clips.
I'm selling this information to anyone that wants to buy it. And this is available to people that want to get involved in door-to-door sales, specifically door-to-door coupon cards. And what I will say is this: risk and reward, okay? Your risk to get involved with this, here's your risk. I'm just going to lay it out in a nutshell, simple. Your risk is that you're going to have to get an account somewhere where you live. One auto service center, one pizza restaurant to sign up for 200 cards. Matter of fact, if you want, you can sign them up for 100 cards, but that's a different story. That's in the information. But the point is, all you're going to have to sell is somewhere between 20 and 50 of the cards, and that's it. I'm out of it. You've paid for your business completely, 100%. You own it. And you just repeat and repeat and repeat with the information that I train you to do. So risk and reward. What's the risk? If you're a salesperson and you're watching this, you should be saying this: I get this guy. I get this guy. I get what he's doing. He's going out. He's getting these business owners signed up for these accounts. He's knocking on doors and he's selling these cards, and he's pocketing 70 bucks a card. He's putting that in the bank, and he's doing it over and over and over with multiple accounts. And he's hiring people to do it. He's not giving them $70. He's giving them anywhere from $30 to $50, and he's pocketing the rest of the money. So that's what you should be getting. You should be getting that. And you should be saying to yourself, you know what, I can do that. But I need to be trained on how to do it. You got to tell me what to say, what to do. If you do that, I can go out and do this. I can do this. And the great thing about this is when you get my information, you're going to be sending me back emails just like the ones for the people that have already got it. you're going to be blown away. I'm so detail oriented. These aren't little napkins. These aren't little scribbles. This is a year's worth. I mean, this is laid out so simple that a child could follow it. I literally put the words in your mouth so that from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you know this business inside and out. When you go to that first auto service center or pizza restaurant, you know exactly what to say to that business owner. I've got all the rebuttals. I've got everything word for word. You literally just memorize it. It's set up like a script in a movie. You memorize it, and you will be able to do this. Okay, guys, so I'm standing here in front of the board, and we've gone through pretty much the numbers so you understand how it works. And I'm going to close with this. Here's what you should be getting out of this. Instead of standing back and thinking, what did I just watch? I don't understand this guy. I don't get it. I'm confused. I don't want you to be confused. I'm going to sum it up. And the summary is going to pretty much hopefully hit your heart. You should be watching this, watching me, and here's what your mind should be telling you. Oh, I get it. This guy goes to auto service centers and to pizza restaurants, and he convinces that business owner to agree to a discount card that has a special offer on it that he's developed. That business owner authorizes him to go out in the neighborhood and sell 200 of the cards at a minimum. Of course, you want to sell more. $70 a card, that's $14,000 per account. Now, he's selling somewhere between 20 and 75 of these per week as an individual. But he hires people to do this where he doesn't pay them the full $70. Oh, I get it. Once he signs up, he makes a card up for them. It's approved. The business owner signs off on it, and boom, they're out in the neighborhood selling it. They're using a map to follow the neighborhood around in a 6 to 10 mile radius. I get it, okay. And he hires people, okay, I get it. Oh, wait, I need to know how to do it. What do I say? What do I do? What does the card look like? How do I print the card? See, that's it. That's what you should be saying. You should get it. I'm giving you a business, a complete business, but you're going to run it, you're going to put the work in, but I'm going to provide everything for you, all the innermost trade secrets. I've put together the pitches, the rebuttals. I give you pictures, diagrams, things to download into your computer that will blow your mind away. It's a business in a box. It's hundreds and hundreds of pages. It's hours and hours of information. I have audio files. I actually put the pitches and the rebuttals into a verbal form that you can just sit back and listen to. You can like literally memorize it the way you would, get a language CD and memorize the language. I leave no stone unturned. I tell you how to break down territory, how to manage maps, how to manage teams. I give you ads to put in social media websites. It's just so detailed. I should be charging you a lot more. I really should. And I really should be charging you a royalty. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to help you out. I can't cover the whole United States of America, but I can get a handful of people to get excited and get into this new business. And that's basically where it's at. So what you're going to have to do, and this is the hardest part, this is where the dreamer comes down to the person that really is focused, and I get it. You're going to have to grab your wallet, and you have to go to the website, and you have to pull out that card, and you have to type it in, and it's going to go through PayPal, and then I'm going to send you the information. That's the difference between someone that dreams and someone that acts. Okay? That's the difference between someone that dreams and someone that acts. Because you can talk all you want, and you'll talk yourself into a frenzy. You'll come up with a million reasons why you shouldn't do this, and why you don't trust me, and this doesn't work, and this is stupid, and da-da-da. And you know what? You'll be the turtle hiding under your shell. But you know what? Some of you out there aren't like that. Some of you are like, I get it. I get this. I can't. Give me it. It's like, where's the website? And you go, and you do it. That's the person I'm looking for. And you'll be able to stay in touch with me and ask me questions. I'll help you. I'll guide you. And so you can be successful at this. Now, you get your first account, these numbers are going to blow you out of the water. And I want to hear your success stories. So with that being said, I'm going to roll.